What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Point After podcast interview. Today, I'm joined by the legendary Kyle Mayberry, former cornerback for Kansas. He has recently transferred to Utah State with Blake Anderson. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I see Cash is in your name. I like that, man. They call me Money.
Oh, really? Yeah, my last name's Cash. Keep it nice and short. Um, but yeah, so Money Mayberry, I'm assuming?
Yup.
Love it. Awesome. Well, like I said in the beginning, I'm not going to ask you anything too serious. Just going to get the Utah State fans a chance to know you a little bit. So I'm going to start off with taking it back to about 2016, I think, 2015 maybe. During the recruiting process,
Right.
what was it like for you? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the visits? Just give me a little bit of what went on in the recruiting process for you.
My recruiting process was long. I had a whole lot of schools, so I had to talk to a whole lot of coaches to figure out where I wanted to go. I think I had like 30-something offers in total. I kind of stopped counting after a point and just kind of narrowed it down to certain schools I was looking at. And it was fun going on the visits and the trips. But then when it was time to make that decision, I think I made a decision around June. I was verbally committed to Kansas State at first, but I never posted it. And then I later on committed to Kansas.
Yeah, I saw if Rivals was correct, you only took 2 visits, and that was to Kansas and Kansas State. Is that correct?
Yeah, I took I did an official visit to Arkansas State, and I took a whole bunch of unofficials to like UCLA and Mizzou and places like that.
Got you. Speaking of Arkansas State, if you haven't met Logan Bonner yet, he was Arkansas State's starting quarterback, just transferred to Utah State like you. I'm actually interviewing him here in about an hour. So, a little connection there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we kind of DM'd a little bit back and forth, us both being grad transfers, and I watched one of their games when they was playing Kansas State. So yeah, I definitely like him as a quarterback.
Got you. Well, yeah, so keeping on your Kansas experience, you had the opportunity to play for the Mad Hatter, Les Miles. I'm kind of interested. What's he like as a person and as a coach? I mean, he's got the nickname Mad Hatter for a reason. Is he kind of Mad Hatter outside the game as well?
No, so actually, man, Les probably one of the best guys I've ever met in the industry, in the coaching industry. Like, great person. He really cares about the players. He loves football. I mean, he's everything you expect. Like, he's a player's coach, believe it or not. And just a great dude. I love him to death.
That's awesome. Last question regarding your Kansas experience. What would you take me through a day in the life of a Kansas Jayhawk football player? You start. I'm assuming you got weights, maybe study hall, film and whatnot. Just take me from when you wake up to when you go to bed.
Right. So Les Miles is a old school coach. So, we worked really, really hard. We woke up early in the morning. Let's say I have workouts at like 6. So I'll probably get up at like 5:30 just to get woken up and get my day started. The workout probably be an hour to an hour 30. Then after that, it might be depending on what kind of day it is. If it's a lower body day, we'll probably run. So we go condition. This is all off season stuff I'm talking about. Did you want an off season or like regular, like during
Either
the
one,
season?
or you can do both if you want to. It don't matter.
Yeah, okay, boom. So this would be the off season. Do that. You sit on meetings. Since we had the COVID, we did all our meetings through Zoom. So we'll sit in Zoom meetings for hours, and then you can go about your day. During the season, depending on how your classes are and stuff, all our classes are in the morning. So after we do that morning workout, you go to school, do your classes, do your tutoring, go to lunch, and then by about 2:00, that's when we start our football activities. You'll have meetings all the way up until practice time, and then after practice, you probably get home. I watch a little film right after practice for about an hour, and then get home at like 9, and you redo it all through the week till game week, game day.
So, how much time did you spend per week watching film? And you can include meetings and outside of meetings.
Man, honestly, I'm a film junkie. Like, let's see. So, like at nighttime, I probably spend like 2 hours every night. What I do is after practice, I'll just go in the meeting room and watch for an hour in the meeting room. So that would be 1 hour after practice. Then when I get home, I'll watch about another hour of it. And then I always wake up in the morning and go early to the facility and watch probably about an hour. So I'll say about 3 hours a day.
And that's, you're looking at 5-6 days a week, so it adds up, and you're working at basically a part-time job just watching film, not counting, everything else you got going on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like at corner, what I like to do is I like to know like formations and just know what I'm going to be expecting, know what I'm going to be getting, because being a corner, I do everything backwards, not forward. So I need to kind of know what the opponent is doing, and then I just let my athleticism take over from there.
Yeah, it's all tendencies too. You got to pick up on what they're doing out of each formation, personnel, things like that. It's a lot deeper than just looking at plays and seeing how the game went, which a lot of people probably don't understand that.
No, definitely.
So this season, obviously a little different. You mentioned COVID and whatnot. You had to stay strictly Zoom meetings for the most part. What was it like? I mean, the season's kind of over now, besides the national championship game on Monday. I mean, was it like completely different where you had to make an obvious effort to, stay away from your teammates that on a normal day, you're hanging out with, going to their crib, playing Madden or whatever? What was that kind of like? Was it hard, or did it eventually become like second nature to you?
Yeah, it definitely started off hard, like just not being able to go kick it with all your teammates because you're scared. Like, okay, if I kick it with one of these teammates and one of them happen to catch COVID, that means I'm gonna catch contact trace. So I'm gonna miss most likely about 1 to 2 games, which I did miss a game because of that, actually 2. So yeah, it was hard, man. Just not being able to hang with my friends as much as I wanted to. Like even after like if we won a game, or just want to go chill with your friends and talk about the game, you kind of hesitate to do that just because, if they caught COVID or something like that. So yeah, it made it a little awkward.
Did that affect like team chemistry any, or like especially for freshmen coming in who don't know anybody? Like, was they able to kind of get through that?
I honestly don't know. Me being a old head, I feel like maybe freshmen, since they're not used to anything else but this is all a new experience to them. It may not feel no kind. Everything's new to them, so they don't know what it's like to actually even experience real college yet.
Yeah, and what's gonna suck for them too is like next year, like if all this COVID contact tracing and all that doesn't really ain't as big next season, they're basically gonna go into something brand new again for their second year. So
Right. Yeah.
Right.
They looked at it like that.
Oh, I really didn't even think about it till about you just said it, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'll finish with this. I appreciate your time, and I didn't want to take up too much of your day. But
Good, bro.
what is your favorite stadium that you've played in? It can be high school, it can be college, whatever. Besides Kansas Stadium, you played a lot of games there. But besides there, what would be your favorite, we'll say, game day experience on the road?
To be honest, I'll probably have to go with either the Sooners, the OU Sooners, their stadium, just because I'm from Oklahoma, and I always used to take that game personal. And I want to say I probably only given up like 1 or 2 catches my whole career at that stadium. So, I always take that game personal, and I love playing there. It was in front of like 110,000, and probably definitely Texas. It's another huge stadium. I love playing there. I never had a bad game in Texas either. So
I kind of
yeah,
figured those would
definitely.
be your two main answers. I think the only Big 12 stadium I've ever seen personally was Baylor. I was out. We had a game on like the other side of Texas that we had to drive past their stadium. So I think that's the only one I've ever seen with my eyes. But yeah, so speaking of Oklahoma, you had to go up against some pretty top receivers. Did you ever go one-on-one with CD?
Oh yeah, I went against CeeDee Lamb probably the majority of the game back when he had Baker Mayfield. Checked him the whole game, no receptions on me. It was fun competing with him. Him being a first round pick, and just stacking my time up against him shows me like that I definitely make it to the league.
Right, absolutely. So you said you're a grad transfer this year, correct?
Yeah, grad transfer.
Gotcha. So you'll be hopefully hearing your name called next April 2022. And when it happens, I'm gonna post this interview and be like, yeah, I was here first.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man, I appreciate you taking. Let's see, we're at 10 minutes here to talk with me a little bit, get to know each other. Looking forward to seeing you suit up in navy blue. Well, I guess I got one more question for you.
No, far
Blake,
away, bro. You can ask as many questions as you want.
Blake Anderson, new head coach at Utah State, just left Arkansas State. I've actually met and talked to Blake Anderson, I think twice. He's a really good guy. You know, he's went through a lot in the past couple of years with his wife. Have you had a chance to speak with him recently? You know, kind of what do you think of Blake as a coach? I'm assuming you haven't been around him too much because of COVID and the holidays and whatnot. But from what you have talked to him, how would you describe him?
Yeah, so this is like a thing that a lot of people don't even know. Me and Blake Anderson's relationship goes back all the way back to 2016. Coach Anderson, Coach A, he recruited me at Arkansas State, and while it was a small school, just my relationship with him it just felt unique. So even though I had top schools like in my top five that I was thinking about going to, like Virginia Tech, Kansas State, Illinois, just big time schools like that, I always had Arkansas State in my top five. Like, and I actually did debate on if I should go there just because of Coach A. And he did an in-home visit with me back in 2016. So he got to meet my family, and I had built a relationship with him through the recruiting process. So when I entered the transfer portal, he was probably the first dude hit me up, and we had been talking the whole process since I entered the transfer portal. Great guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to agree with you there. Like I said, I've only talked to him once or twice, but I've had nothing but good experiences when I have talked to him. But I think that's it. I think that's all I got for you. I appreciate you again taking the time out to talk with me. I got to go talk with Logan, like I said, so we'll see, get his kind of side of the story when it comes to y'all's relationship. And like I said, I look forward to seeing you play this fall, and hopefully we can talk again soon. Maybe next spring when you're getting ready for the draft.
Oh yeah, man. Tell Logan I said what's up.
Gotcha, man. I appreciate it. Again, this is Money Mayberry. Former Kansas Jayhawk will be playing at Utah State in the fall. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I'll see you guys later.
All right, cool.